And for more, we're joined by Olivia Siong from Tianjin, China. Olivia, how is the Middle East situation weighing on discussions there?
Henry, as the situation in the Middle East continues to evolve constantly, we've been getting reactions here from political leaders, officials, as well as economists, and they're all saying the same thing. The biggest thing that's going to impact the global economy is this unpredictability of how the situation there is going to evolve. We saw the World Economic Forum's latest chief economist outlook, which already prior to this said that prospects remain subdued and fraught with uncertainty. We're talking already about economic headwinds from high global debt to shifting industrial policy, as well as rapid advances, a bright spot with regard to artificial intelligence. But I spoke to the World Economic Forum's managing director, Saadia Zahidi, who told me that now you add the Middle East situation and the volatility of it to this whole mix of all that's happening on the geopolitical and economic front, and you get an economic outlook across the world that's very divided.
I think we went from having the shock of a trade war to now having more escalated military conflict, and in particular affecting this part of the world that is incredibly important to energy markets, for example, but also has many parts of the world's population that was focused on diversification and going beyond oil. So I think there are some concerns coming up in the short term, of course, but that long-term trend around uncertainty, that long-term trend around geoeconomic fragmentation, that's very much at the core of this. And I think for businesses, here's one more reason to stay in that wait-and-see approach.
Is the impact different in Asia, where we are, versus the rest of the world?
So we asked about the regional picture from the different chief economists, and for the United States, they're quite concerned about slowing growth, but for Asia, they're actually quite positive. So South Asia and China are a couple of the regions where there's still relatively high growth expected, which are seen as relative bright spots compared to the rest of the world.